It was only a few weeks ago when we heard this news that after the random, unexpected announcement of the Simon Kinberg trilogy that was also going to involve Rey Skywalker, and that Lucasfilm really has no idea which is going to come first, how this might affect the other Rey movie they already had announced, and how virtually everyone who's making movies at Star Wars has no idea what the other person is doing. Wasn't it funny that, just a week or so after this, we get headlines like this? Disney cancels another Star Wars movie. Now, I think this might be a little bit too blunt, other than what this might be a little too blunt and not looking at everything that actually happened. I don't know if you can say the movie's specifically canceled, but that's basically the way people look at this. Because once again, we have a Star Wars slot, a Star Wars movie that was potentially scheduled to be released at this point in time. Not which movie. We didn't know which one it was going to be. We didn't know if it was going to be James Mangold's. We didn't know if it was going to be Sharmito Obaid-Chinoy's. But we had a slot that Disney had made available for an untitled Star Wars movie. Well, that slot is no longer available because they're pretty sure Lucasfilm can't get a movie out in that period of time. Disney removed Star Wars movie from 2026 slate, replaced by Ice Age 6.
Ice Age 6? They're on their 6th film already?
They're on their 6th movie.
Good Lord.
Ray Romano, John Leguizamo. Is Dennis Leary one of the voices of that?
Ray Romano is the Snuffleupagus, right?
Mammoth. I don't think it's Snuffleupagus.
Or whatever that is. Some big furry elephant.
He's a mammoth, yeah.
How long is that Ice Age going to last? I thought it was over. Isn't there like a squirrel in that film that tries to get a nut? Like that's the whole thing? He never gets the nut, right? I don't know.
No, that is a very small part of the movie itself.
That's when they do cutscenes. They go to the squirrel.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
But
yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have now gone like past the Ice Age, that there's dinosaurs and shit. I don't know. But the movies are cheap to make and they apparently make money and they're making another one. But really the headline is that, I think it was foolish of them in general to even schedule this. The idea that after 5 years of not making any movies and getting any movies out in theaters, that you would even try to do 2 Star Wars movies in 1 year is retarded.
Yes.
Right? So remember, the initial plan got a little bit switched up. I think it was supposed to be 1 a year. And then with the strikes, when the strikes delayed so much of everything and everything got pushed back, they rearranged things. But they smashed these 2 Star Wars movies in the same year. So they said one Star Wars movie, which turned out to be Mando and Grogu, will release in May and another in December. Well, there's nothing that's even close to happening. The fucking Sharmito Obaid-Chinoy Rey movie just lost another writer. They just announced a trilogy, and who knows if they're going to combine those movies into being the same thing or not. Nothing else is ready. Sean Levy's not ready to go with his. Taika Waititi's never going to make his fucking movie. And at this point, we're 2 years out from that. And they said, fuck it. We can't sit around and wait for a Star Wars movie for December 18th, 2026. And they pulled it. It's just another just really embarrassing moment for Lucasfilm.
What do you think of the theory that they are going to scrap the standalone and just move Rey completely into the trilogy that was announced? So now she has 2 trilogies with Lucasfilm.
Well, I 100% think that they want her to be, like we've heard, want her to be a part of this Simon Kinberg trilogy. What I wouldn't be surprised with is if they merge those ideas, right? Yeah. And even if, because again, this all comes about who you've hired and the type of noise they're going to make if you don't let them make a movie. I would not be surprised because Simon Kinberg is not directing these. He's just the writer and the producer. They still don't have a director for whatever these movies are going to be. Don't be surprised if one Sharmito Obaid-Chinoy gets the first entry in this Simon Kinberg trilogy. That's what I will say.
I just think that they don't know what they're doing. They've got ideas all over the place. And maybe they were just like, well, since we lost our writer, why don't we just put Rey in the trilogy? And we'll move basically the first film to the first part of the trilogy, and then she'll get all 3. And that'll be that. But I don't know.
They wanted to be the
They might not even
Obi-Wan,
see
right?
this. Like the only movie we know for sure is Mando and Grogu, right? That's the only thing we know.
100%.
Everything else is announced and put on hold indefinitely. I like that when they say that. It's so funny. We have put these on hold indefinitely. You mean you canceled them? No, they're just on hold. Definitely. That's all. Well, I guess I got some news for you, Ryan, whenever you're done.
Let's see. I'm ready.
Some more Star Wars news that was just announced because apparently I guess they're getting geared up for the movie because this is breaking news in the theme park world. Over there at your favorite place, Galaxy's Edge, they've decided in their Cantina bar that they are going to bring out real Star Wars food in the Star Wars bar at Galaxy's Edge. I mean, look at that.
What does real food mean?
They didn't serve food before. They just served like drinks. So now they're gonna now you have an option of getting this. Let's see what we got here. We got that. That is a cheese roll. I've been looking at Winnebago's, by the way.
Spice dusted pretzel bun stuffed with herb cheese and a dipping sauce.
Yeah, I think Chewbacca would order that, right? When he was in the Cantina.
I don't know if Chewbacca, I think Chewbacca would just get a slab of meat or something, but maybe.
Okay, then we have this thing. Thruster roasted bantha flatbread. There we go.
Non-flatbread topped with chorizo.
Chorizo beef and 4 cheese blend. Yeah, there it is. I guess that's their Star Wars version of pizza. Maybe. I can't imagine this thing being very big since it's basically a stand-up only bar. There's no seats, except if you're lucky, there's enough for 7 people in a seat. Well, we got this purple drink, of course. And then we have this one. I know you're going to go for this one.
Oh, I actually, all right, what is it?
Bloody Rancor with candid meat. It's a Bloody Mary mix, basically, with Rancor bacon. There you go. Nothing says Star Wars like Rancor bacon.
Hey. Yeah, that didn't sound too bad. It's a good morning pick-me-up, you know? I would need one of those if I found myself in Galaxy's Edge in the morning. I could use one right now, not gonna lie.
Here is the Maker's Mark Kentucky Straight Bourbon Joffrey's
Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark Kentucky Straight Straight Bourbon Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew with vanilla brown sugar syrup, orange bitters topped with purple vanilla. What do you say that? Vanilla oob foam. You think Han Solo would have one of these before his adventures?
Han would have some Wyron's Reserve. That's what I wish they would have done.
Everyone's like
some of the actual fucking drinks that were present in the Star Wars universe before Disney took over, and actually brew that shit. That would have been great. But not gonna happen.
So there you have it. They're bringing Star Wars food to their Star Wars land. Now you can experience everything that they had in the Cantina. What do you think that guy was eating at the bar before Obi-Wan cut his hand off? Was he having one of those pizza pies? Or maybe he was having a Joffrey's coffee.
Hopefully it was finger food and he didn't need to use utensils. He's gonna have a hard time doing that afterwards. God. Hopefully he didn't need a knife and fork for it.
Good Lord. Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars.